is a current SOS. There is a situation as I speak to you right now where the federal government of Nigeria have tried to invade, and we are telling the world that the war that the federal government is waiting for might start today. The war that the federal government thinks that they are expecting from the Yoruba people. Let's tell the whole world. As I speak to you right now, there is an ongoing incident as I speak to you right now. But we are more than capable enough. So right now, I'm telling the whole Yoruba across the whole Southwest that we will shut down the whole Southwest today. The whole Southwest will go on a total shutdown. The tripod. So Bishimba Soro right now, there's an ongoing situation right now. This is an SOS, an emergency. But we are capable enough to soften the federal government, the fraudulent government, that I want everybody for our life. I want she answers. We've told you that before. And today will be the beginning of the problem that the federal government of Nigeria is waiting for. If the federal government thinks that we will take it easy with them, we are not going to take it easy with them. And we will deal with them. Okay? Yeah? No, it's live. Oh, just move back, please. So, the roll is okay. So, we will leave the camera like this so that we've told you that federal government does not know what they are dealing with. If they know what they are dealing with, so we roll the camera like this, yeah. Once again, Bobaje, let the state knows that the world will watch as things are happening. But we will leave the camera as it is like this. Yeah, just bring it closer to me. So, àbárò pé àwọn máa wá níbi tí àwọn máa ká wa mọ́ lójijì àwa máa lọ́mú kejì wa yóò ṣàfihàn sílẹ̀ àwọn àbàdà àwa náà máa sọ fún wọn pé ọbẹ̀ fi ògùn fẹ́ fi wẹ̀ nìyẹn. So let's leave the camera like this, yeah. So share the broadcast as usual. This is to tell the world that we can handle the situation, but we will roll the camera as it is like this so that the world knows that anybody fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ ògùn wẹ̀ àwa síbi tí ilé ẹkùn wà kò yé yín nísìn. Yeah. So just leave it like that. Okay, just leave it like that. Whatever. So once again, my name is KOIKI, and as I speak to you right now, the situation is under control, but we have the enemies that think that we can be invaded, caught on guard. We cannot be caught on guard. That's what they don't understand. We cannot be caught on guard. But we will tell them who we are. As of now, as far as we know, the situation will change. Yeah. Yeah. Are you making it for the daddy? Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a fi ń yé gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ jíire níbikíbi tí gbogbo wa bá wà pé ìjọba Nàìjíríà tí gbogbo wa ti mọ̀ pé ìjọba 419. No. Láti mú dání ni láti wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ìfẹ́ tó chájẹ̀ ògùn chájẹ̀ wà ní. Let's put this one up as well. You're watching a live broadcast. My name is KOIKI, and as I speak to you right now, we are sending a message to the federal government, to Oyo State Governor. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àfẹ́fẹ́ yé ìjọba pé gbogbo tó bá rò pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe kó yá tètè múra sí dáadáa. Ogun tó ń fẹ́ yẹn a máa fún wọn gangan. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ogun ló ń fẹ́, we shut down the whole fucking country. The whole fucking country will be shut down. No movement. There will not be no movement in the air in the southwest. Let me. I got it on. Fẹ́ kó jù tí àwọn ṣàṣàfi jù tèmi sílẹ̀. Èmi àti ìjọba lájọ́ ń fa wàhálà. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ṣẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, a kí yín níbikíbi tí ẹ ti láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ wa, láti máa wò wá. Àwọn ká fi tó yín létí pé ṣé ń gbọ́ bó ṣe ń lọ nìyẹn, nítorí pé tíjọba bá ní àwọn ò ní gbọ́, àníṣe àṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́. Kò ń ṣe ní stage ìdádé ti kọjá gbogbo yẹn. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo tẹ́ ń gbọ́ yẹn, those are the àwọn tí federal government rán wá. Tó bá rò pé Hausa ló máa sọ wá di ẹrú for the rest of our life as Yoruba people, we are telling them that we cannot be slaves in our land. We cannot be slaves on our land. The land belongs to us. The land does not belong to the Hausa people. So as I speak to every Yoruba sons and daughters, there is an ongoing situation as I speak right now that the federal government of Nigeria, the state governors, Oyo State Governor, Lagos State Governor, every single one of them is involved because they are part of the system as well. So right now as I speak, we are sending a message to the federal government that we will not back down on this Yoruba nation journey. Yoruba nation journey is not something we will back down on. We will stand firm. We will fight to the end, to the last man standing. And that is what the federal government does not know. Right now, the federal government have decided to send their bulldogs. And those their bulldogs that they are sent would have to go, to where they don't understand. So, our duro, we're not going anywhere. This land belongs to the Yoruba. The soldiers, the military, that the federal government and the state governor or your state chief, the Chief Makinde, they are all, thinking that they can take us on guard by coming at about almost, the time now is 26 minutes past 2 a.m. As I report from you, you'll be hearing the sound of gun. That is the federal government of Nigeria. You are hearing the sound of gun because the federal government of Nigeria have decided to operate. And we are telling them that, operating on us, in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé federal government ń rán àwọn èèyàn wá káwa mọ́lé bọ̀wọ́ ti gbàgbé pé àwa gan dúró lásán so gbogbo ìró ìbọn tẹ́ ń gbọ́ yẹn tó ń pàpàpàpàpàpàpà àwọn federal government àwọn tó ń rán wá nìyẹn bá a máa pín ètò yẹn jẹ́ kí gbogbo àgbáyé mọ̀ pé tó bá sọ pé kí gbogbo southwest kó go on a total lockdown that lockdown will start from today. We have told them that àwọn generation tó fi bá fà yìí ó yàtọ̀ sí generation ti tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún àǹfààní ẹ̀yìn tẹ́ bá ṣe fara tẹ̀sẹ̀ join wa ni pé ní ìta àwọn enemies of progress, they are already outside. They are trying to infiltrate. Àwọn lọ bá wọn nísìn ẹ rí pé àwọn lọ wá bá wa ìtorí pé jẹ́jẹ́ wa la dúró. We have the right to determine whether we want to be part of Nigeria or not. That is our own right as people. We don't want to do anything with them. We have the right to say that we are not interested to be part of the country called Nigeria. And nobody can tell us why we should decide to be part of Nigeria. Not even the governor, not even the senator. And that is our own right. The right that says, as Yoruba people, right? As the 28 minutes past 2, Monday, 26th of April, Bishimba Soro, federal government have decided to roll out their tank. And we are using this message, to send Fumini a basket a trick of sweat. Fumini the Bamin Bar Nico Fumini down the other phones, the total away. So Bishimba Soro, I think to Gbogbo Omokaro Jire, where federal government or your state governor and all the Southwest governor have decided, to come down on us. But what they cannot understand is coming down on us is not going to solve the problem on ground. They are probably going to waste more time because if they think that what they are doing in the southeast is what they want to do in the southwest, a sọ fún wọn pé ọmọ Yorùbá là wá. A sọ fún wọn pé ọmọ Yorùbá mo wá fi àsìkò yìí sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire tó wà ní orí ilẹ̀ níbi tí ẹ wà pé àsìkò yẹn ó ti ń súnmọ́ àsìkò yẹn ó ti fẹ́ dé àti ń fẹnu sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ pé tó bá rò pé eré làwọn ń ṣe ìgbésẹ̀ tó gbélé ní a fi yé wa pé àsìkò yẹn gangan àti gbogbo ntẹ ẹ ká ṣe àwa mọ̀ tá máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ la máa sọ lórí air but we will leave the camera to roll so that the world knows that the situation that we are facing will be transmitted live. If they like, let them back down. If they like, let them continue to come with more extra force. The time is 2:30 a.m. This is not a movie. The movie is not what we are doing. A Yoruba nation, we cannot be threatened by the federal government, the state governor, whether it's the state, whether it's the federal, whether it's the military, whether it's the navy. We cannot be threatened. The land does not belong to the north. Awusa koloni lewa, Awusa koloni lewa, awala nile, ilewa ori lewa de lawa. So, and we will continue to emphasize on that. We are not interested in their restructuring. What you're watching is outside as I speak to you. You might be hearing the sound of guns. Yes, that is the federal government that have sent their bulldozer, to come down. We're not going anywhere. We will fight, not just from here. We will fight from Ekiti. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa tó wà káàkiri Eloma Gbaradi, Eloma Mura, because the time must have probably arrived. If they don't want us to go in peace, we will do it the other way around. That is something that I have said continuously, and I'm not shy to say that. Together, and sort this out amicably. Then that means every Yoruba sons and daughters at home, Ogun ti de, Eloma Gbaradi Ogun oti de. The fight is not going to be from here alone. We will shut down the whole Southwest and let them know that we are not those that they think we are. Nítorí pé tí a bá ti ń bá wọn sọ pé we are doing the diplomacy. We are only going through the diplomacy because we believe that diplomacy is the best option, is the best route. But if they don't want the diplomacy, that means we will decide how we want to operate and how we want to continue with these agitation. Because what we are doing right now is we are saying tó bá jẹ́ àwọn olówó Yorùbá ló wà láàrin ẹ̀, tó bá jẹ́ àwọn tí wọ́n jókòó sílé ló ti plan eléyìí, àwọn ní kó má plan ẹ̀. But we are also telling every single one of them that this is what they call no retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. And that is exactly what is happening right now. So, like I said, I will not give you so much information, but what I can tell you is behind all this fortified war, there's an ongoing situation that the federal government of Nigeria, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Navy, and those that have planned with them are currently operating, at a close, when I say close range with us. And that means they have decided to come and threaten us, threaten to kill us, threaten to stop us from talking, threatening every single body. Threaten Babawa Chief Sunday Igboho Irolokpa. You cannot threaten him, and neither can you threaten any other person as well. But right now, the situation is still ongoing. There's a lot of gunshots outside. That is the federal government that have decided to bring their own, bulldozer, as I would like to use that word. Otigbe àwọn military wọn wá, wọ́n gbé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n rò pé wọ́n ní agbára. Àwọn kọ́ ló ní agbára, ibi tí máa ń sọ fún gbogbo yín, Ọlọ́run nìkan ló ní agbára, nítorí pé agbára ò sí lọ́wọ́ federal government. Federal government does not have the power. Federal government does not have the right to tell the Yorubas how we decide to live among ourselves. We are not going to live with them. We are not interested to live with them. This means that the peace that they don't expect us to continue will probably have to stop. We will have to stop the engagement of peace, and we might start doing what we think we have to do. Once again, you're watching Olayomi KOIKI live from the southwest of Nigeria, where the federal government and all their military apparatus are currently operating outside, while we continue to roll the camera and tell the world that the situation that the federal government have decided to come down. We are also using this opportunity to continue to tell those that believe in this shit old fucking country called Nigeria, right? That this country you call Nigeria, if they think that they can threaten us, millions of us will stand firm. That is the job of the federal government. That is the sound that is currently ongoing as I speak to you right now. This is what we are saying for those of you that we have always said that the situation where the federal government think they can threaten everybody, Iberunye, you cannot. You can do that with some average Nigerians that do not have common sense. You can do that with average citizens, but you cannot do that with every citizen at all. Every citizen, you cannot do so. And as I speak to you right now, the time is exactly 2:35 a.m., the 26th of April 20. I told you that wàhálà tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Southeast, all these problems that the government is putting in Southeast, they've decided to come down now close to Southwest. But right now, I can tell you that the whole back end team, let me put it that way, the whole back end team are doing what they are meant to do. They are operating as how they are meant to operate. But right now, the federal government wants to come down and pick Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. They want to come down. Please, no one should call our line. This is not the time to call. We do not want to be distracted. We don't want to be called by anybody at all. So please do not call us. I look by the second one because it's more difficult for you. So, but right now, Bisheba Isoro, right? The federal government of Nigeria, and we are using this to send message across to all our network in the southwest to beef up their security around them. Whether you are in Ondo State, tó bá jẹ́ Kwara lẹ́wà, Kogi lẹ́wà, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa pátápátá ẹ múra ogun nítorí pé ogun ti fẹ́ wọlé wa báyìí nísìn. Àwọn federal government fẹ́ kó ogun wá bá wa, and we are not going to okay. No, some pé the other tripod federal government ti gbé ogun wá bá wa báyìí. Àwa náà dẹ̀ máa gbé ogun lọ bá wọn nítorí pé ẹ̀yin lẹ ní ká ṣe sùúrù àti ń ṣe sùúrù yẹn pẹ̀lú wọn tó. But right now, as I speak, there is an ongoing situation behind this fortified wall that you are watching me right now. The whole team are in good condition. Chief Sunday Igboho is fine. I will not say more than that. But the federal government have decided to come and capture Chief Sunday Igboho. They want to come and capture him, and they cannot capture him. Tobafi, they can get us while we are sleeping at 2:37 a.m. Monday 26th of April 2021. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Let us tell the federal government, let us tell them right now that all their dogs outside, all their navy outside, and the governor of Oyo State is involved. I know that. Olórí Kori Baba Seyi Makinde yẹn, orí ẹ̀ borí àgbọn. Mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo wọn pátápátá la máa forí fún àgbọn. Gbogbo yín pátápátá. Oyè yín nísìn. Orí ẹ̀ borí àgbọn tó máa wò ṣùkùṣùkùṣùkù. Gbogbo yín dẹ̀ lẹ lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa tó kú tí ẹ lọ ṣe tẹ́ ń wò fùtùfùtù. Àti tó wà lẹ́kìtì o, àti tó wà lóńdó, orí gbogbo yín borí àgbọn. Bẹ́ ṣe máa wò bí olè. Ṣé ká torí pé ẹ̀yin fẹ́ jayé kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kíyà máa jẹ wọ́n irọ́ lẹ pa. Tẹ́ bá ní ẹ fẹ́ mú èní, ọ̀la lẹ máa mú bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. Ẹ lè mẹ́ni, ọ̀la lẹ máa mú. But a ti sọ fún yín pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá gbogbo yín àsìkò yẹn ó ti tó. Eléyìí ò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, nítorí pé tó bá kógun wá bá yàn yẹn náà máa mọ tó máa ṣe. Àwọn ní láti sọ ta máa ṣe fún wọn, but àwọn lọ́kógun wá bá wa nísìn. Àbí kò fi da fún yàrá ìyá ilé tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ká stop abusing. Ṣe ibolórí power. Ṣẹ́gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ fún yín ni pé ẹni ẹ fi wá mú Chief Sunday Igboho lè rí mú, ẹlòmíì lẹ máa mú, ọ̀la lẹ máa mú. Tẹ́ bá ní ẹ fi mú bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho irọ́ lẹ pa, lè rí bàbá wa mú, lè rí mú. And we have told you, a máa dúró tì, we will stand with him. We will stand with him. Right? You cannot intimidate someone like Chief Sunday Igboho that is fighting on behalf of every Yoruba sons and daughters. Every day is a lot of problems, and we are saying that we are not interested to be part of the shithole fucking country. The country that decided, to have put you in more danger. The country that disallow you the nepotism in the country. The country that allows only the Hausa and the Fulani to continue to enjoy this country more than the remaining tribes. A situation where every single one of them is thinking that they are more better than us as Yoruba people. They are thinking that they are more better than us. Just the mobile. So, Tobarope, they are better off than us. They are joking, and that is why we are saying that they are dealing with the wrong generation. As I speak to you right now, the federal government of Nigeria, the governor of Oyo State, and all those that knows what is happening right now. The situation is, for those of you that have just joined us, as I speak to you, you might be hearing the sound of gun. That is not a toy. That is the federal government. Federal government oríṣiríṣi ìbọn gbogbo àwọn tó rán wá tí wọ́n operate outside. That is the situation as I speak to you right now. So the federal government thought we are sleeping. They can come in the middle of the night and try to do damage and try to N1GERIAN tripod to KOIKI tí bá ti gbélé head lele now. Oh, okay, okay. So what you do is YouTube lele. So let me hold that one back. Just hold that one properly. Just in the face. So it means I'm going to rojú ẹ̀. In tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn yẹn èmi á máa ṣàlàyé fún yín, but ogun tá à ń sọ yẹn wọ́n ti gbé dé báyìí. All our politicians knows what is happening. Yeah, they know that. Yes, you're quite right. They know what is happening. They are all thinking that they can shut down Chief Sunday Igboho from not talking. You don't want him to talk. You want him to keep quiet. You think that you can shut down Chief Sunday Igboho from not talking. You think that you can bring the wall down to us and try to do damage. You cannot do so. It is not back in those days. As I speak to you, this is an ongoing situation at the 45 building. I'm going to just say that alone. At the 45 building of Chief Sunday Igboho, where an attack by the federal government is currently ongoing as I speak to you right now. The federal government have sent their bulldozer and they can't come down to any state without the sitting governor knowing what is happening as well. The sitting governor is aware of what is happening. So that means whatever you are hearing behind this wall, that is the federal government of Nigeria. They've sent down people to come and shut us down, to come and tell us to keep quiet, or to come and arrest Chief Sunday Igboho. You cannot arrest somebody that is fighting for the peace of his people. He's fighting for his people, and that is something. Platforms. Yes, we're back on again. Once again, Chief Sunday Adeyemo, Chief Sunday Igboho, that the federal government thinks they can just come down, in the middle of the night and pick him up. We are using this to pass the message. The federal government of Nigeria thinks they can come in the middle of the night. Nobody should call us. We are not taking any calls. Just follow the broadcast. That's all you need to do. No one should call. We are not picking any calls. All we can only say is this is an ongoing situation where Chief Sunday Igboho's residence has been invaded outside, not inside. They can't get inside, but they will operate from outside. They will only operate from outside, but they cannot operate from inside. And justice is being done, when ẹni tó bá ní, kíní kan ni, ẹ mọ̀ pé Yorùbá tèmi kò dán mọ́rán dáadáa, but mo gbọ́ Saheed. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn, lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire pé intẹ́ ń gbọ́ lọ́rùú lóru yìí kò ń ṣe fíìmù. Federal government brought all their every machine gun to come and shut us down from not shouting Yoruba Nation. That is too late at this junction. That is too late at this hour because we have decided that we are not part of. Ṣé torí bàbá wa Chief Sunday ti sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ ṣe Nigeria mọ́. Ó náà wọ́n ṣe Nigeria mọ́. Nigeria is not working for the Yoruba people. Kí Hausa máa lọ, they can't continue to kill us. They can continue to threaten us and then bring that threat back into our backyard as well. This situation is still ongoing. We are still, holding them. We have pinned them down as well. We pinned them down. How many of them, I will not be able to tell you, but they've come down, in their numbers. In their numbers, as I speak to you right now. The reason why you are not hearing more of the sound right now is because I want not to pin one down. And that is what they need to understand. I want not to pin one. I want not to say come ọkùnrin ṣe. Gbogbo nto ọmọkùnrin láti ṣe là ń ṣe, but àwa máa dúró. We will stand with Chief Sunday Igboho. We will stand with him. Not just Chief Sunday Igboho. We will stand with Iba Gani Adams. We will stand with every Yoruba sons and daughters. But the situation you are hearing right now is an ongoing situation where the federal government of Nigeria They've sent their military, their navy, all their special forces. This has been cooked by every single politician, every one of them. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá ló mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Gbogbo wọn pátápátá ni wọ́n lè sọ pé àwọn mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. They know wants to invade us. So the situation is still ongoing as I speak to you right now. Yes, you know, just understand Facebook might start because of the gunshot that you are hearing. That's why maybe Facebook is controlling that sound. So you are hearing the sound of a gun, not a toy. And that is the federal government, you know, unleashing so many of their weapons that they've used our money. Owó lẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n fi ra gbogbo tí wọ́n fi ń ṣe tatatata tẹ́ ń gbọ́ níta yẹn. They want to invade and pick up Chief Sunday Igboho, and what we are saying is we will stand firm. We will do the right thing that we need to do to defend ourselves. And this is also to pass message to every Yoruba sons and daughters, especially Bugwenti Ile presently, to beef up your security around your surrounding right now. Because if they can be doing this right now, at this hour, at this minute, right close to our own resident, Oma share the same thing across the whole network. So we are now sending a message to every Yoruba sons and daughters to beef up now and prepare for the worst case scenario. Ejeka, prepare for the worst case scenario. This also, yes, they think that we are sleeping. They think that, you know, we can just sleep and then, you know, allow them to, you know, to drop, their fighter, whatever that is outside. Well, justice is being done as I speak to you. They are in their numbers, from what I've been told, by some of our, strong, dedicated team. The number for me, side. There's an ongoing. Okay, one more. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àwọn tí ìjọba rán wá pé kó wá gbé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho kó má bàa sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ fi jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ fi short ẹnu ẹ̀ pé kó má sọ̀rọ̀ ìyẹn Chief Sunday Igboho so tẹ́ bá wá gbé yẹn there is an ongoing situation lọ́dọ̀ bàbá nísìn ẹ sọ fún àwọn team. There's an ongoing situation right now. Yeah. If you are live, you say my sorrow. So, but the situation is still ongoing. You say my sorrow by anything. All right then. Okay then. All right. So, ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ni àwọn ìjọba Nàìjíríà rán àwọn bulldogs wọn wá. Nígbà tó bá rán wọn wá, ṣé wọ́n rò pé a máa wá dákẹ́? You think if you do this, it will then say we should keep quiet. We should stop what we are doing. Ká má bàa I think okay, let's do it this way. So, I like being so correct. My being so being sorry, be more so that's it. I'm not sure the other side. Sorry, sure by it might seem when I don't follow Allah. Billy Danny by. So Coco Billy Danny by. Let me say is an ongoing situation where the federal government have sent their bulldozer. Their bulldozer is operating outside while we are also Emma Binu ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá láti orí Ọláyọmí, you might see that there's a lot of light coming from behind the scene. Tán pè padà ní àbí wọ́n ló pè wọ́n? Okay. Bí ṣe bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, federal government of Nigeria have sent their bulldozer. So mo sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà ní Ondo, Kwara, Èkó, beef up your security, because if they can be operating right close to Chief Sunday Igboho, they want to do the same thing across the remaining part of the Yoruba land as well. So we are using this opportunity to send message across to all our hard-working warriors that are all over the place, that the situation is an ongoing one. It's still an ongoing one as I speak to you right now. The time now, just for record purpose, is exactly 2:53 a.m. Aago mẹ́ta fẹ́ lọ lù Òun agoti awabai. And the situation is still an ongoing one. It's very tense. And we are using this to say to every Yoruba sons and daughters that the situation that you are watching right now is a live broadcast where the federal government of Nigeria have sent their bulldozer to come and capture Chief Sunday Igboho. They've told them that teba debe keko gbe abibeko so teba ko debi ba eko lifted. Ó wá jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí baby, ó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí toy. You know, you think it's a toy. Abibeko wọ́n rò pé toy ni. Wọ́n rò pé toy ni.
N1GERIAN ẹran bí ò rẹ̀ kọ́.
Àwa ò ní kẹ́ máa wá. Àwọn tó gbọ́ Yorùbá bá mi bá túmọ̀ ẹ̀. Rò pé tẹ́ bá kọ̀ dé bíbá ó dàbí toy, ó dàbí baby. Kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa wọlé ẹ̀ wá kọ̀ gbé bẹ́ẹ̀. It doesn't work like that. We have said that the country is not working. The North, the Hausa people holding the military. Àwọn ló di military mú, àwọn ló di navy mú, àwọn ló di air force mú, àwọn ló di gbogbo ẹ̀ mú. It can't continue like this. And we are saying that, you know, àwọn bàbá wa ti sọ pé kẹ́ túlù iṣẹ́, kẹ́ restructure restructure. And the time now is there's not even time for restructuring. Restructuring till late. Restructuring till late. What we are saying now is we want a self-determination. And then to one sọ pé òun fẹ́ self-determination pẹ̀lú àwọn yẹn. Ìyẹn lẹ wá fi pé tó bá dàárọ̀ ní aago mẹ́ta fẹ́ lọ lu ní on the 26th ọjọ́ Monday ẹ fi wá invade wa. And we know because we have been aware of all these that you know, at one point or the other they will think that they can suppress us by bringing in, you know, their heavy load weapons and machineries and all that to come and, you know, detain. Irọ́ lẹ pa sẹ́, irọ́ lẹ pa, Yorùbá máa dá dúró. All right, Chief Sunday Igboho's house is currently being sieged by the federal government of Nigeria as I speak to you right now. So if you have just joined us, this is a live transmission coming all the way from southwest in Nigeria, Soka precisely, where the federal government of Nigeria is currently operating with their military outside. You know, and we know, please try to video them. Oh, no, don't worry about video them. You can hear the sound of the gun outside. You know, we don't have to video them. You know, the situation is ongoing. It's very tense as I speak to you. But lati withhold it. We can withhold it. And we're not going anywhere. This is not then. This is a different thing entirely. And there's no way that a situation like this, that the governor of a state, the governor of the state cannot say to me that he is not aware that the federal government is coming to invade Chief Sunday Igboho's house. Chief Sunday Igboho's house is not just an ordinary house that you can come and invade. He's fighting for his people. He's crying that his people, the Yorubas, are living in a very, very difficult situation. And he says, you cannot continue to kill us. The Fulani that you have brought into the country from Niger, from Chad. And you know, and Hausa náà lẹ lọ kó wọn wọlé, ẹ kó wọn wọlé nísìn wọ́n ti wá di mẹ̀jẹ̀mẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́rùn. A lè rìn láti ibì kan síbì kan, a lè travel láti ibì kan síbì kan. What kind of life is that? We cannot continue to live in fear because the federal government, you know, wants to control every one of us. Ẹ̀yin ni ẹ lọ kó gbogbo wọn wọlé. You brought all these, people from the Mali, Chad, into Nigeria to come and create havoc. And this situation that is happening is currently, ongoing as I speak to you right now. You could be hearing the sound of the gun. That is what the federal government thinks they can do. You know, people, because they have the gun in their hands, send circulars, Google platforms. Google, our warriors were called beef of security. Send messages in Google platforms were across the network. So, but like I said to you, the situation right now means that it is still very tense. Ocean gbóná lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tó bá ní ń gbóná yọ eruku ó ń gbóná ni bó bá jẹ́ pàdúrà ló mọ̀ ṣe ìwọ máa ṣàdúrà gbogbo babaláwo ẹ dìde gbogbo wòlíì ẹ dìde gbogbo àfáà ẹ dìde in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ibẹ̀ ni àwọn ìjọba sọ pé ibẹ̀ nìkan kàn láàárọ̀ yìí and they are outside. The situation is still very tense. We are sending this message to the international community. Dàṣẹ́ ti rí pé jẹ́jẹ́ wa la jókòó nísìnyí tí ẹ fi wá wọlé wá bá wa in tí ojú yín bá dẹ̀ rí ojú yín rí náà nìyẹn. So in tójú yín bá ti rí orí náà nìyẹn. So please So currently, as I speak to you right now, there is a ongoing situation where the military and those that have been sent by the federal government to come and either pick Chief Sunday Igboho or to come and arrest him or to come and arrest some of us inside with him as well. Àwa dúró pẹ̀lú bàbá wa. Àwa dúró pẹ̀lú bàbá wa. Gbogbo network wa, every WhatsApp group, you need to send a message across to every WhatsApp group that as I speak right now, that there is an ongoing situation in Chief Sunday Igboho's house where the military is trying to invade that premises, with his family and his team as I speak to you right now. The federal government is currently, we are sending a message across to the whole world that Chief Sunday Igboho's house is currently under siege by the federal government of Nigeria, trying to arrest him, we don't know, trying to kill him, we don't know. But as you can hear, there's a lot of gun fights that is currently ongoing where the federal government is using, the same money that has been made from Nigeria to come down and decide that they can kill or take him away. Right now, this is the situation. This is live, and the time now is exactly just about 1 minute to 3 a.m., Monday, 26th of April. And this is a live transmission of what is happening currently right now as I speak to you. Presently, the situation is very tense outside. The situation is very hot outside. In terms of the numbers of those that the federal government have sent, we will be giving you account of that. But right now, the situation right now is very, very tense as I speak to you in Soka, ni Ile Babawa Chief Sunday Igboho, where the federal government wants to arrest him because he is speaking truth to the power. He is telling them that we cannot continue to be part of Nigeria. Nigeria is not working, and everybody knows that. We cannot continue to live in denial. We cannot continue to live in fear because of people in the northern part of the country, the Hausa Fulani. They are the minority. They are the minority. And the minority cannot suppress the majority. Awa the majority. Awa Yoruba Gongoni majority. Awon majority. They are not majority. They are the minority. And the minority is what they want to do right now. Kí ló tó jẹ́ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló fi gbà? Ló bá fi gbà nǹkan gbàgbà gbàgbà ìgbẹ́ báyìí. Kí ló tó fi gbà bẹ́yẹ? Ó ní láti gbà bẹ́yẹ báyìí now. Ṣáàrí pa our life. Ẹ má jẹ́ kójú tẹ̀yìn tún hàn nínú camera now. We have to protect all our teams that are working tirelessly. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ mọ́ Saheed, so that's fine. Saheed can stay behind me. But those, all of our team, we cannot show their faces as we speak right now. But the current situation as we speak to you right now is the federal government of Nigeria have now said that I will defend Arawa because we have to defend ourselves. But defend. We are sending message across all the network, every single groups. You need to put a message in your group. There is an emergency and everybody must be for. Send message to the WhatsApp group. As I speak to you right now, the federal government have unleashed their own weapon on us, and we will do justice and defend ourselves. We will defend ourselves according to the international law, because we don't have a law that we are following in Nigeria. The law is already void. The law that we are following in Nigeria is currently void. That means as Yoruba people, we are not following that law. But right now, they've sent their military, their navy, all their security experts from wherever they have also supported them as well. And one thing I'll continue to stress, the state governor will not say that he is not aware of the situation. He is the chief security of this state, in Oyo State. And Seyi Makinde must have been told, must have been briefed, must have been hint that the Chief Sunday Igboho's house will be invaded at exactly 26th of April 2021. The time now is exactly 2 minutes past 3 a.m. The situation is still very tense as I speak to you right now, as we are reporting live. The situation is still ongoing as I speak to you right now. If they think that they can arrest, kidnap, or try to do the other way around to Chief Sunday Igboho, it is not too late, because this time around is different from back then. We've said it so many times. We will do what is meant to do. We will defend ourselves. We will do everything, but it's not just ourselves. We are also sending message to every Yoruba land now that the situation has changed in the last 1 hour. The federal government have brought the war on us. The war has been in their own side, but they've decided to bring the war. What it be war in ojule, and that is why we are saying that we will continue to tell them that we are not backing down. If they think that they can threaten, Chief Sunday Igboho from not talking, you can suppress him. You can use the military to come and harass him. If they think this is an harassment, you have actually sent your military to come down and do the, what have been planned, to come down to his house. You cannot come down to his house at 3 a.m. There is no invitation that you can say, this is the time. For those of you that do not know, the time now is just almost 3:03. 3:03, Loshelu, right? 3:03 a.m. This is not, afternoon or morning, but this is 3 a.m., right where the federal government have sent people to come down and either do whatever they want to do with Chief Sunday Igboho resident. Chief Sunday Igboho's resident is still currently under siege as I speak to you right now. The situation is very tense outside, but all I can say is he is doing very well. His family is doing very well. The team is doing very well. And as you can see, I am still reporting back to those of you that are far away and those of you that are also inside the southwest. But currently, I will say to you right now, this is something that we need to wake up now. Beef up all the security across the network, whether you are in Ogun State, whether you are in Lagos, whether you are in Osun, in Ondo. Send a message to your WhatsApp group and tell them that currently, as we speak right now, there is an ongoing situation. If you're not sharing the broadcast and let somebody knows, you might be putting them in danger because we don't know what is happening currently in the other state as I speak to you right now. Send a message right now to those of you in different groups. Let them know that there's an ongoing situation. There's a siege as I speak to you right now behind this fortified building of Chief Sunday Igboho's residence. This is the current situation. This is what is happening. And we are also using this to send a message to the international community. We're sending a message to the United Nations. We are sending a message right as well. Please do not call my number. Do not call my number at this particular hour. We are not picking any call. There's no point calling me. Whatever you want to hear, stay on the broadcast. You will hear so. Do not call. Please. This is not the time for you to call and disturb a live transmission that is going on at a very, very situation as I speak to you right now. What we are saying to the European Union, what we are saying to EU, African Union, what we are saying to every international community and all the ambassadors across the network living in Nigeria, that right now, someone that wants to fight for his people, someone that is defending his people, the federal government have now brought the war right on his doorstep. In Tonshele currently is what I'm telling you. The federal government sent their own bulldozer. They are currently outside, operating, but we have also doing justice and defending ourselves because we have the right. Abibeko, we have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to protect ourselves, and we will use whatever we have. Gbogbo la ma fi defend arawa because we will not allow them to do the the havoc that they've been sent. And I'm sure situation like this, let us make it clear. What they've done is they've sent people to come down to kill. It's as simple as that. You cannot come down at 3:06 a.m. and tell us wakiwa iru kiki wo niyen se wakiwa loru ni shabi money aba an se komo aba an sayeye te fi wa di pe ni ago mẹ́ta olu ni e wa ran àwọn yan wa in their numbers, Abibeko, in their numbers, to come down and do havoc to Chief Sunday Igboho's house, his residence. And this is his own private residence. This residence does not belong to the federal government, does not belong to the state governor. And the state governor must be aware of the current situation as I speak to you right now, because state that the state governor does not know. The state governor is aware of what is currently happening right as I speak to you right now. But we are also saying that we need to tell the whole world that the situation is still ongoing as I speak to you right now. Once again, my name is KOIKI, and we are reporting live from the residence of Chief Sunday Igboho, where the situation is still very, very tense. But again, every single Yoruba sons and daughters, especially those of you at home, let us let us continue, to protect. So let us continue, to send a message across every WhatsApp group. Let us send a message to every WhatsApp group that there is an ongoing siege right now as I speak to you. There is a current siege that is going on. And once again, my name is KOIKI. Chief Sunday Igboho is fine. I can tell you that. He's currently fine. But the situation is that we are sending this message, as usual, to the federal government that you cannot threaten us. You haven't threatened the Fulani terrorists that have kidnapped so many Nigerians. You have not stopped the Boko Haram. You have not stopped the terrorists from operating in Nigeria. But you want to stop somebody that is speaking on behalf of his people. All the Boko Haram that you brought into the country, and they are now creating havoc across the whole part of the Yoruba land, the Igbo land, and the rest of the the country as well. You haven't done any justice to them. Billions of dollars that you have all stolen to have saved Nigerians' lives. You refuse to do justice to that, but you now want to use your military might to think that that will stop this agitation. That will make Chief Sunday Igboho, to back down. This will make Chief Sunday Igboho, to become scared of the federal government. You cannot do as well. Yes, I'm just saying somebody. Yes, you're right. Just under some few days ago, more life, Loriele, Egbomi. There's an ongoing situation right now. So situation, there's a hold on for life. What life? Hold on. Sorry. And move far away. So once again, the ongoing situation at Chief Sunday Igboho'S residence as I speak to you right now. If you're a Yoruba man, woman, I will also say it's time for us to just beef up a little bit wherever we are. Beef up a little bit. Increase your security as I speak to you right now across all the Yoruba land, especially those of us that are agitating to say no to the situation in Nigeria right now. The time now is 10 minutes past 3 a.m. You can't get a visitor that wants to come and visit you. Ìyẹn ni àwọn visitor máa náà wá ẹ fẹ́ wá kí wa kí lẹ fẹ́ wá kí wa fún ṣàsọmọnù ni lẹ ṣe fẹ́ wá kí wa. So don't press it, just press it around. So this is the situation that is currently ongoing. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń wò wá tẹ́lẹ̀ lóyún Oríọlá Yomi Koiki, because we had a call that I had to pick. That call was a very urgent one. But any of us should not call us as I speak right now. If you have to call us, speak to your group. Share the broadcast into your group. This is still ongoing situation. The situation is very tense as I speak to you right now. The federal government have sent every force to come and shut down Chief Sunday Igboho'S residence. They think that by doing so, that will create panic. We will get scared. No, and then we'll be scared. No. We have gone past that stage already. The stage of us and the federal government means that we are saying that we don't want to be part of this country. We want a total Yoruba self-determination. Nothing more than that. We are not interested. And as a spokesman for Chief Sunday Igboho, I am telling you currently, this is the ongoing situation right now. And the situation started just at about almost an hour ago, right, roughly now. And the situation is still very, very tense as I speak to you. So that means the federal government knows what they want to do. The federal government knows that by bringing their own security, by bringing their own military, they might use that to shut every one of us, and then everybody will just run away. The team are working tirelessly. I can tell you that. We have a dedicated team that are working. My job is from the media side to report the situation, and that is what I'm doing. The rest of the team are doing their own part. Everybody's playing their own part. Everybody is playing their own part. No one should call us. We are not interested to pick any call right now. The situation is what you can hear now. Any other situation, we will update, but right now is an ongoing situation, and we need to allow the camera to continue to roll. We are streaming on all our platforms. If you have just joined us, send a message, especially in your WhatsApp group. let your WhatsApp group know that especially those in the southwest, because I can't tell what is happening in Lagos right now because we are not in Lagos. We don't know the situation, what is happening in Ogun State. There was a peaceful rally yesterday where we took out our rally across E4. So that means we don't know what is happening in every Yoruba network, especially those that are agitating. So it is important that you wake somebody up right now. Wake your neighbor up right now, especially those at home, so that they can beef up. They know what to do. They know the right thing to do, but you need to wake them up now because illuminate is soon. But the situation, as I speak to you right now, right at the residence of Chief Sunday Igboho, we have the military and every security that have been brought down by the federal government, either to do whatever they think they can do. I'm sure you all know what they can do. They want to do something. You can't send people to come us and visit us almost 40 minutes past 3 a.m. That is the ongoing situation right now. The situation is still ongoing. The federal government of Nigeria have decided now that it is time now to arrest. It is time now to maim. It is time now to kidnap, Chief Sunday. They've done this already so many times. We've told you that. But each time we come live and discuss this, people think, Seun Nikoni, when he was making his way to Lagos, he had DSS, and the operation burst and the military stopped his vehicle. We saw what played out. The government cannot deny that. We saw also that his mother's house was invaded. We saw that as well. They sent people down to his mother's house. We saw that. We saw unknown soldiers. The federal government denied and said, N1GERIAN, we don't know all those soldiers. And, when they came down very close to his premises. But right now, there is an ongoing situation. There's a lot of gunshot happening as I speak to you right now. We've been able to, pin them down. But the situation is still ongoing as I speak right now. You need to wake somebody up in your WhatsApp group. You need to let them know, especially those in Nigeria, that the situation right now is the federal government of Nigeria is unleashing a lot of havoc as I speak to you right now, to Chief Sunday Igboho'S resident. We've been able to also do what we have to do to defend ourselves. But currently, as I speak to you right now, this is an ongoing situation. The situation started about an hour ago, and this situation is still going on as I speak right now. My name is KOIKI, and we are reporting live from the southwest, Chief Sunday Igboho'S residence, where the military have been sent down to create havoc. And that havoc is what they wanted to do. But because we are also people that are alert, you can see that they thought maybe every one of us are masun. A lot of us have been sleeping. But this time around we are saying, they will come back again and say, oh, no, N1GERIAN, that is all lies. That is a lie that we would not tolerate every now and then. You cannot continue to say, there's a lot of gunshot that is happening, that's about some, meters away from us. And that is an ongoing situation as I speak to you right now. Chief Sunday is doing very well, I can tell you that, but his residence is still under heavy security right from Ibadan, where we are reporting from today, Monday, 26th of April 2021. The time is exactly 3:16 a.m. As I speak to you right now, Chief Sunday Igboho'S house is currently on a heavy security by the federal government that have sent those security, to do whatever they think that is something that they can do, either to shut him down, either to arrest him, either to, we don't know, but the current situation is what we are still dealing with right now. One thing we can say is, Nigeria, we've said it before, is at the verge of breakup. We have told you that there's a war coming. We are Yorubas. We wanted to go out of country peacefully. But the federal government does not want us to go peacefully. They want to fight us. They want to kill as many people. They want to shut down as many people. They're probably looking for so many of us, thinking that, we are about to capture, we're about to move, and no, you cannot do so because this generation, we've told you so many times, this generation is completely different from the previous generation. Our previous generation were more scared of you, the people in the north and the Fulanis. We cannot be scared of you. We cannot be scared of you at no point. We cannot be scared of you because you have created the havoc that has made millions of Yoruba people to live in abject poverty. You have created the havoc that have allowed Yoruba people to live in fear. You have created the havoc that have allowed millions of Yoruba people to be living, in the abject poverty. And what we are saying is, we are no longer interested to be part of Nigeria. We don't want to be part of Nigeria because Nigeria has never worked. And this is when we are saying that Nigeria that has not worked, let us go out of our way. Let everybody go. Let the North stay on their own. Let the South stay on their own. Let the Southeast stay on their own. Let the whole shit-hole country break apart. The 1914 amalgamation has already failed. It is no longer working. It was set up by people that we don't know. And we are now saying that, these contraction that you've joined together has done more damage to millions of people. More people have died for your own negligence. More people have been killed because this union that was joined together is not working. This country is not working. It's as simple as that. Is it a force to be part of Nigeria? We don't want to be part of Nigeria. We are not interested to be Nigerians. We are Yorubas. And we cannot do that to come and invade and threaten us within our premises. You cannot threaten us within the Yoruba land. You cannot threaten every Yoruba sons and daughters. This is not going to be possible. Call it possible. Call it possible. The worst case scenario is if there is no Yoruba territory, there is no Nigeria. It's as simple as that. It is not. If there is no Yoruba territory, if you are in any WhatsApp group, please wake somebody up, especially those that are working tirelessly, right as we speak right now, circulate all the messages and tell them there's an ongoing situation. There's a siege. Let me use that word. There is an ongoing siege at the residence of Chief Sunday Igboho'S house. The time now is 19 minutes past. We've been streaming for almost an hour. That means the situation started just as I went live, bringing the broadcast to those of you that are far away, in different parts of the world. We are live on different platforms, and this is not a script. Right now, there's an ongoing siege that is taking place right there. They haven't gone to the Sambisa forest. They have students that have been kidnapped in Kaduna. They have Yoruba that have been kidnapped. None of them is doing anything. But rather, they think that by bringing their heavy load, their heavy security down to Chief Sunday's resident, that would then make him frightened. He will just run away. He will be scared and leave the air. No, my work no niye. Ako sọ pé torí ẹ pé torí military ti dé o ká wá sọ pé a ṣe Yorùbá mọ́ àbí kí Fúlàní máa wá pa wá kó máa bá wọn yá wá sùn lóko o. Kan bàbá wa den tí wọ́n ń gé lórí. Even yesterday, we were receiving report about the about what is happening in terms of F1RE. We can't continue to live in denial. Can you walk it up? Walk it up, please. Niko fani iti alo nile. Wodo walk it up to me wa. Ile. Yeah. No, not that one. He told Jed the general one from Olemelawa. So we cannot continue to live in denial. We cannot continue. We cannot continue to live in fear because of people that are the minority. Right? We can't continue to live in fear. We can't continue to live in denial. We cannot. Go possible. For how long must we continue to say, because, we want... So, we can't continue. And then we will continue to live in denial and, amaberu. So that, then, keep quiet. And we, I'll keep quiet. We are not going to keep quiet. We can't continue to live in fear. As Yoruba people, this country is not working. It's as simple as that. There's no two ways around it. The country is not working, and we are saying that let us, make the peace to break it away peacefully. But if you don't want it to break away peacefully, then it will have to be, the other way around. It's as simple as that. We can't continue to talk about diplomacy. This diplomacy has been discussed for years, for decades, for years. So, in Timon, the situation as we speak right now, Chief Sunday Igboho'S house is under siege. is under siege by the federal government of Nigeria. You know, we need a lot of these. But we say walkie-talkies, you know, satellite phones. If they decided they want to disconnect these now, we still need to be able to reach out to the world. But we are doing a lot of things behind the scene. But the Yoruba nation now cannot stop that. Ìyẹn ti late. Ọkọ̀ tó ti ṣí ní Yoruba nation. Ọkọ̀ tó ti rìn síwájú kò ṣe padà sẹ́yìn. Kódà mo sọ fún yín kẹ́ lọ kó gbogbo àwọn tí ẹ ní Chad ní Mali kẹ́ lọ kó wọn wá. Ọkọ̀ tó ti ṣí ni. We have moved. The Yoruba nation vehicle has moved, but right now there is a security siege. Àwọn federal government rán àwọn bulldogs wọn wá, and that is ọ̀rẹ́ níbi tí bulldog bá lọ tó bá lọ ṣíléwọ̀ bulldog tó bá ṣíléwọ̀ ní tó bá bá wọ́n ní ajá tó ṣe kí ni wọ́n ní ajá tó wọlé tẹkùn ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló fẹ́ fi wẹ̀ ní nítorí pé jẹ́jẹ́ wa la jókòó jẹ́jẹ́ wa la dúró níbi tá wà. And this is the time now that we are saying to every one of us, the country is going down. It's going in flames. Ṣẹ̀rẹ́ tí bá ń ṣe program KOIKI má jẹ́ ká jagun ìgbà ọ̀la ní jagun ṣégbà tó gbógun wá bá wa nísìnyí ká má jagun àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. KOIKI ẹ má ti bá wọn jagun ẹ má ti bá wọn jagun nígbà tó gbógun wá báyìí nísìnyí kọ́ ẹ má bínú ẹ bàbá mi David Hamilton gbàtẹ́ pèlẹ́ nǹkan yẹn. I couldn't pick the call, but my band sorry, but we want to have the camera rolling live because I'm on 4 different cameras, but the situation is still ongoing as I speak to you right now. It's been going on now for the last 1.5 hours. And the question is, ṣé governor state ma no woman nipe? Ṣé governor state o ma no woman? Ṣé Ṣèyí Mákindé nísìn? A ní wọ́n sọ fún wọn wọ́n kọ́ tó bá dàrọ́ nísìn wọ́n máa issue press statement olórí burúkú. Wọ́n máa issue press statement. Wọ́n náà wọ̀n kankan nípẹ́ o. Unknown soldiers kan náà lẹ ti ń lò. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe tán nísìnyí tó mú jẹ́ unknown soldier ni ló ṣe jàǹbá fún Ìyá Fẹlá. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ àbí gbogbo àti gbàgbé. The same thing ẹ mú lẹ́tà wá sílé àgbà lẹ́tà lọ́wọ́ yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe padé léegi wá nìyẹn. So this time around it is not going to be as what you think. If you think that akoma wò níran so kogun wá nísìn ogun dún tatatata there's a lot of gunshot still taking place but we've been able to push them back a little bit. We've been able to push them back. Yọ bá ní àwọn kọ́ máa wọlé kọ́ lè wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lè wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn but in tó important ni pé every one of the Yoruba sons and daughters this is the ongoing situation. Tó bá lè wọlé báyìí àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ fẹ́ wọlé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọlé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbégbì kẹ́ máa rú lọ ẹ̀kọ́ gbégbì ó wá jẹ́gẹ́ bí bèbí ó jẹ́gẹ́ bí toy bẹ́ẹ̀ bá tẹ̀ wá fẹ́ gbé òun àwa ò ní dúró àwa ẹrù pa àmà sá lọ ni no we are with him we will stand firm with him we are with Chief Sunday Igboho 24/7 lọ́wọ́ yín pé léyìn òǹṣeré we will stand with him we will stand with the family we will stand with the with the whole family as we know. So tó bá wù wọ́n tó bá ní àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ ká lọ ní ti diplomacy is not working àti sọ yẹn ti pẹ́ but the Yoruba believe that we can do diplomacy ṣé Fúlàní ní sèfé bá wa ṣe diplomacy lọ́kọ́ sójà wọlé wá bá wa èmi bí yín ni o ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ní diplomacy ẹ jẹ́ a máa sign petition ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ petition ran tó wà nílẹ̀ nísìn ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ petition ó ran tó wà nílẹ̀ nísìn ṣé diplomacy ran tó wà nílẹ̀ nísìn and that is why we are saying that let us just go tó bá fẹ́ dogun kó dogun ẹ̀yẹ́ máa sọ pé tó bá dogun ṣàmọ́ ogun kọ́lọ́ tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí nísìn tó ń ti wá tatatatata ogun ẹ̀ tí dé ó dìgbà tí ó bá wọ gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tán pa gbogbo wa tán lẹ́ máa mọ̀ pé I told you there's already war in the country last year go back and look at my broadcast on the October 21st kọlọ́pàá àwọn ọmọ yẹn and we are already operating on a full moon I can see the full moon. Nǹkan máa lè orí pé full moon láwà so ẹni tó bá yé kó yé full moon láwà nínú Ramadan àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ kò rò pé ẹ kò wọlé gbìgbìgbìgbì ẹ kò gbé ẹ máa gbé lọ. I told you last year go back and review one of my video October 21st kó tètè pé wọ́n pa àwọn ọmọ yẹn ní Lekki Toge ní alẹ́ I declare war on October 21st in the afternoon at one of our broadcasts at 12 p.m. I declare war. But some of you don't believe that there's war. Ẹ sì ń pè pé kò sógun because ẹ ń wọ Nàìjíríà ẹ ń jáde. Ogun ti wà nínú Nàìjíríà already. Because ẹ sì ń wọlé ẹ ń jáde. Àwọn tó láǹfààní àti wọlé tó jáde, àwọn tó lè jáde, àwọn yẹn kàn wọ́n ti sọ àwọn yẹn di gùsùmù. Wọ́n kàn sùn, wọ́n kàn jí ni. Ṣùgọ́mù. Sorry láti sọ, but gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n ti ẹlòmíì poverty ò tẹ̀ jẹ́ kó ronú mọ́. Poverty ò jẹ́ kó ọmọ Yorùbá mi kó ronú mọ́. But currently, if you have just joined us, we have the military and all their security apparatus that have laid siege. It's an ongoing situation. We've been able to pin them down, to far away, but there's still ongoing situation. Diplomacy cannot work. Nigeria is not a diplomacy country. Hausa ò fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan kan, Fulani ò fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan kan. They want to keep us together, and we are not interested to be kept together. We are not interested. Hey, Joe. Gbogbo voice yẹn. So, patient solo. If you say any diplomacy, okay, diplomacy now. What àwọn kógun wá bá wa nísìn. Ṣé nísìn tó kógun wá bá wa nísìn ká fún ká káwọ́ sókè kó anchor wa kó máa kó wa lọ. Láfta wọn lóru. So ẹni tó fẹ́ wá báyàn lóru kò ti prepare. Ṣé wọ́n ti prepare wọ́n mọ tán ṣe. Wọ́n mọ tán ṣe. And this is why we are saying that let us go. But because people are still, thinking that, gbogbo rọ́tọ́ ń pa fún yín on all those fraudulent network. Àti bàbá Lai Mohammed yẹn, àwọn irọ́ ti pọ̀ jù. You believe all those nonsense. Nigeria is gone already. The leverage of poverty in this shit old country. The poverty tó wà ní bíbáyìí kò ń ṣe kékeré rárá. But because a lot of us are living in denial, if they can bring all their security right now to Chief Sunday Igboho'S house, what about those that don't have the means? Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Ẹ̀yin ronú nípa yẹn. Think about that. Nígbà tẹ́ bá ní ẹ̀kọ́ military wá bá Chief Sunday Igboho nílé, àwọn tí wọ́n ní tó lórúkọ bí Chief Sunday Igboho ńkọ́? Ǹjẹ́ ti ronú bẹ́ẹ̀? Ǹjẹ́ ti ronú bẹ́ẹ̀? Ṣèbóhùn tẹ̀ lórúkọ, àwọn tí wọ́n lórúkọ ńkọ́? And this has been the injustice happening every day. Àwa dẹ̀ máa dúró de bàbá yẹn, a máa dúró ti tán pátápátá. We will stand with him. We are not going anywhere. We will stand with him because he says he does not want to be part of this shit old country called Nigeria. And that is the same position that we all stand as well. That is the same position. Position tá dúró lé nìyẹn. We are not interested to be part of Nigeria. Nigeria is not our country. Nigeria is not our country. Nigeria belongs to the North and the Fulani and some shit old Yoruba politicians that are licking their ass. And we are not ready to lick their ass. We are not interested. So if you have just joined the broadcast, as I speak to you, there's an ongoing situation of a siege by the federal government and their military might, still currently, as I speak to you right now, and this is exactly now 3:31 a.m., Monday 26. Monday 26. So if they think that, no. That's nonsense. That is too late. It is just too late to say that. What we are saying is enough is enough. The Yorubas are not interested. We can have some Yorubas that wants to be part of Nigeria. Let them relocate to the north. Let them relocate to the north. Let them relocate to the north. But our we will stand on our feet. This situation started almost an hour and a half ago right now. An hour and a half ago, there's we saw them coming, but they thought we were sleeping. Àwọn rò pé a ti sùn ní títa bá sùn àwọn akọ gbé wa lóru wá gbé gbogbo wa àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ oorun la wá sùn. But what they forgot to understand is the same way táwọn náà ṣe ń ronú àwa ti ronú 20 times more than that. We are not going to back down. If they like, let them reinforce. We are not going to back down. But the situation is still ongoing right now. We've been able to push them back. We've been able to push them back, but the federal government of Nigeria wants to kidnap, wants to arrest, wants to maim Chief Sunday Igboho and the rest of those that are behind him as well. And that is why we are saying, for those of you that have, because I don't know what the situation is in Kwara as I speak to you right now. We don't know what the situation is in Lagos. We don't know what the situation is in Ogun State. But please wake up some of your WhatsApp group, start disturbing them and telling them to be more prepared as we speak right now. Tell them to wake up now. Tell everybody, especially àwọn tó wà nílé, torí àwọn ọmọ wa kankan tó ti jáde, because we cannot reach everybody in one go, but a message has been circulated across different platforms. You can also do the same thing. Send a message right now. Leave the broadcast and send a message into your group that there is a siege that is currently ongoing. We don't want anybody to call us. Don't call my number. There's no point calling because we're not going to pick up your call. But send a message right inside your group and tell the world, those inside that group, to wake up now that there's a current siege going on at the southwest in Soka at exactly 3:34 a.m., almost an hour and a half ago. So if they think that, they can use, the sound of guns to threaten us, it is too late. You can't use the sound of gun to threaten us because that is not going to work at this particular time. So also, àsìkò tí gbogbo wa máa dìde tán nílé, kò ń ṣe pé ó tí wá dé tán nísìnyí àwọn kan máa sá lọ. No, a máa jọ dúró tán nítorí pé àsìkò yẹn tá à ń sọ yẹn bí ó ti fẹ́ dé ni, bí ó ti dé ni. But we cannot be threatened. Chief Sunday Igboho cannot be threatened. We cannot tolerate and allow, the shit old federal government to believe that they can threaten Chief Sunday Igboho. No, you cannot threaten him. He cannot be threatened. He has the right to decide whether he wants to be part of this shit old country called Nigeria. He has the total right. He has the right. He's a Yoruba man, just like myself and millions of Yorubas. And we are more than enough to determine our fate. We cannot allow few corrupt Yoruba politicians to decide the fate of millions of Yorubas. We cannot allow the shit-hole politicians that sit down in the House of Representatives, in the Senator, and the governor in the state to decide the lives for us. We cannot tolerate that. We cannot allow that. More Nigerians, more Yorubas have been picked up. Tawani forest nisin. Tawani forest. We cannot allow that. We cannot allow that. And that is something that our politicians must understand. You are just going to create more problem for yourselves. Because I want to pay law, law for your own selfish gain. Is Nigeria working for everybody? Is Nigeria of today working for everybody? Is Nigeria working for everybody? Nigeria is not working for everybody. So why should we be part of Nigeria? Why should we? A country that only works for few, only few. Back with our social light, our air light, our kinikon light. You roll over there. Fix common light. You cannot fix light for 60 years. Fix electricity. You refuse to fix electricity. You don't fix electricity. Fix borehole water. There's no borehole water. Make life meaningful for the people. You refuse to do so. And then animals, right? Brought down all these jihadist fighters into our land. Don't kidnap lost on Loru. Every day, what did you do? Malu Joko, Kinikon Joko. Chief Sunday Igboho, let's put a full stop to it. In yele one round military. If you want kidnap abi gbe. Ko le ba tele lọ s'Abuja. Àbí so tẹ́ bá wá dé ní bá wọn kan náà nílé àbí ẹ kò délé ẹ kò gbé ó dá ó yá máa tẹ̀lé wa the show lóru. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ní exactly 3:37 a.m. This is 3:37 a.m. A messed up country that should have worked for Nigerians with all the resources to Alabe. The 6th largest crude oil producer. We cannot even produce palm oil. Messed up country. We are not going to be part of Nigeria. Our war ni jẹ́ part of Nigeria. Tó bá fẹ́ dogun kó ya dogun, tó bá fẹ́ dìjà kó dìjà. Ìkànnù méjèèjì ni. Ìkànnù méjèèjì ni. And we are going to stand firm. You cannot threaten us with your heavy security. That is just too late. In Tamaṣe fún yín, àwa la mọ̀. àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ torí pé ẹ wá bá wa nínú ilé wa ni inú ilé wa lẹ ti wá bá wa nísìn and we would defend eléyìí ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ pé we would defend ourselves with whatever we can use to defend ourselves. It's just as simple as that. We would defend ourselves and we know what to do. But we are saying that enough of this nonsense, enough of this atrocity, enough of this injustice, enough of this, evil that is being done by so many minority against majority. Minority ni wọ́n, who are the Fulanis? Hausa Fulanis. Àwọn ni majority ni. Àwọn kan ni majority now. They are not the majority in this country. So why then must they say that we must keep Nigeria together for their own selfish gain? Why then? Why then must we? We are doing what we have to do to pin them down. But as I said to you, there is still an ongoing situation right now, at the residence of Chief Sunday Igboho, where the federal government bulldogs, things that they can just come in the middle of the night. Eko wọlé lóru, àbí? Àwọn tẹ́tẹ́ wá bá lóru yẹn, àwọn sùn. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, ẹ rí pé a sùn. Ẹ rí pé orun wà lójú wa. Bàbá tẹ́ sùn, a máa sùn àsùnpara. A máa sùn àsùnpara, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? You cannot stop this movement. This movement, ìrìn àjò tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní. A ní Gumi tó lọ ń bá àwọn terrorists sọ̀rọ̀ lójoojúmọ́. Lọ mú Gumi. Ìyẹn káàkiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó ní God, ó tún wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó negotiate on behalf of the terrorists. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Àwọn yẹn wà níbẹ̀. A ní Boko Haram, àwọn yẹn wà níbẹ̀. Al-Qaeda, àwọn yẹn wà níbẹ̀. Ráwọn yẹn lọ pin mọ́lẹ̀. Kẹ́ lọ máa ṣàìsùn pẹ̀lú wọn ní Sambisa Forest. Ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho lẹ wá fẹ́ wá, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Èyí tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sójú yín ó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? In tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ṣẹlẹ̀. Tó bá máa di wàhálà kó tètè di wàhálà. We have terrorists across our land picking up our people, demanding ransom 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, 15 million. Àwọn kan sọ 15 million. Ṣé bó ṣe máa lọ náà lélẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá? Ṣé bó ṣe máa lọ náà ni? Ṣé bá ṣe ká fi sílẹ̀ kó máa lọ báyìí? It's just too late. The situation, we've been able to push them back. But if you're live with us, you have to probably wait until after the end of the broadcast. You will have been hearing a lot of gunshots. But at the moment, we have been able to push them back, and reinforcement as well is already on its way. If you are making your way down, make sure you also reinforce yourself, just as the Yoruba sons and daughters. Especially gbogbo àwọn other states. This is also to beef up your security, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Beef up all the security along your own network, because currently we don't know what the situation is in those states. And as you know, if they can come down into the close perimeter of Chief Sunday Igboho's house, we need to also be sending message. So that's why I said, Elosinu WhatsApp group. Keba, deliver message.
Power on. 3.
Keba, deliver message. Fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú WhatsApp group. Wake them up. Let everybody wake them up. Wake them up. So, and this is an ongoing situation right now. Once again, all the units on the other side here are all intact. But again, our unit outside this is what we are sending the message to. Our units right here are all intact. Chief Sunday Igboho himself is in good position. Likewise, his family and his, the wives and the network around him. But what we are saying is, we will not allow injustice that have taken place for a very long time to threaten us. This is not the time that they can threaten us. Lè threaten wa. All the guns that is born in broadcast is the federal government. Gbogbo ìbọn tó dún nínú broadcast that was the federal government bulldogs at the state. Gbogbo ìbọn tó dún àwọn ìbọn tó kó wá bá wa nìyẹn, àwọn AK-47 tó kó wá bá wa nìyẹn, àti gbogbo àwọn ìbọn ńláńláńlá tó kó wá bá wa, àbí ẹ fẹ́ wá fi gbé wa. So, but those have now been pushed back. We've been able to push them back, but the situation is still ongoing as I speak to you right now. The time now is 3:43, so that means the situation has been going on for the last 2 hours. Láti bí wákàtí méjì ni gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Tó bá dàárọ̀ nísìn, àwọn náà wọn kọ́kọ́ nípa ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa gbogbo yín pátápátá, gbogbo èèyàn máa lé politician pátápátá lẹ mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, gbogbo yín pátápátá, gbogbo èèyàn máa lé politician kọ̀ọ̀kan, gbogbo yín lẹ mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Every single politician is aware of this, especially the Yoruba politicians. But if you think that you can threaten somebody like Chief Sunday Igboho by bringing machine gun and AK-47, ẹ fi wá kamọ́lé, ṣe fi wá pa sínú ilé ni, ṣe fi wá pa sínú ilé lẹ ṣe gbé machine gun AK-47 tó ń dún pàpàpàpà títítítítítí, ẹ fi wá pa sínú ilé àbí? Ẹ fi wá kamọ́nú ilé, ìyẹn lẹ ṣe rán àwọn sójà wá àti military yín àti sójà àti navy, ìyẹn lẹ ṣe rán wọn wá, ẹ fi wá pamọ́nú ilé àbí? Rí Boko Haram tí ó ń ṣe jàǹbá fún gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Nàìjíríà, rí wọn lọ capture àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ẹ fi wá kamọ́lé kẹlẹ̀ kidnap ẹ̀, tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá rí mú kẹpa shoot outside àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? But we have been able to push them some meters away more, but we are still pushing them, as you know, we are pushing them back. So that means the whole environment, the whole area has gone a little bit quiet, but the situation is still ongoing, further away from the fortified building of our father, Chief Sunday Igboho. So if you think that they will come, you will come in the middle of the morning, ní aago mẹ́rin fi lọ lù. Ṣé I invite yín kẹ́ wá bá wa jẹun ni? Àbí a sọ fún yín pé à ń ṣe birthday? Àbí a ní kẹ́ wá jẹ sààrì pẹ̀lú wa? And this is why I said so many times on our broadcast, on all our shows, I believe that we should go first with them. Some still say, no, let's do the diplomacy way. Diplomacy way. Say UN cares about us. Say EU care nípa wa. There have been genocide going on across the country. But they've kept mute. As Muslims have been killed, Christians have been killed, none of both religions that believe in their own Ifa have been killed. Millions of Yorubas have been killed. Millions of Igbo have been killed. Millions of different tribes have been killed. 60 years. 60 years of nonsense. 60 years of shit-o independence. Say independent, not near. Where a particular section of the country holds the nepotism, holds every position. Bó bá lọ sí port, àwọn ló wà níbẹ̀. Bó lọ sí immigration, àwọn ló wà níbẹ̀. Every part, àwọn nìkan ló dì mú. And people say we should continue with democracy. Ṣé democracy náà là ń ṣe yìí? Ṣé democracy lélẹ̀ tá à ń ṣe yìí? Ṣé democracy là ń ṣe yìí? Democracy náà là ń pè léyìí. And this is why we are saying to every single Yoruba's sons and daughters still believing in this shit-o country, if they can threaten, because for us, this is not just threatening, but to also try to maim Chief Sunday Igboho. This is what they want to do. Bí a táwọn bá mú kúrò lọ́nà, bí a bá mú kúrò lọ́nà yẹn, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwa wá dákẹ́. Ntẹ́ lè mú gan ni, àkàndá tọ́lọ́run dá ni tẹ́ lè mú ni. Àkàndá tọ́lọ́run dá tẹ́ lè mú. Àkàndá tọ́lọ́run dá ni, Ọlọ́run ló dá fún rẹ̀. Ọlọ́run fúnra rẹ̀ ló dá. Ìlú tí mosquito ṣì ń fò káàkiri, ẹ̀rí mosquito, òun ni ẹ lára screen, mosquito ṣì ń fò káàkiri. Malaria ń pa àwọn èèyàn káàkiri, cholera ń pa àwọn èèyàn káàkiri in 21st century. And a lot of people think, ẹlòmíràn ni tẹ́ bá wá délé Yorùbá yẹn, ta ló máa wá ta lè máa fi jẹ lórí? Ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ rúnrún. Ṣé Nàìjíríà tá wá wà yẹn, ìyẹn ni ká dúró sínú ẹ̀? Ẹlòmíràn máa béèrè ìbéèrè òpònú. Àwọn èèyàn kúkú ń gbọ́, àníkẹ́ má pè. Àwọn èèyàn kúkú ń gbọ́ràn. Nígbà tá a bá ní kẹ́ má pè, ìgbà yẹn gan lẹ fẹ́ pè. It's not the time to call. Please do not call. Do not disrupt the broadcast. We leave the broadcast on as kódà kò bá tẹ́lẹ̀ bá tán màá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ míì. Sọ fún yín pé ṣeré. But right now, the federal government of Nigeria have sent their soldiers and all their security apparatus to come and create a siege around our house. But we've been able to push them back. Àwọn náà mọ̀ pé àwọn báyàn lè. Àwọn náà mọ̀ pé àwọn báyàn nílé. all our politicians, the governor of the state, Seyi Makinde, cannot say to us he's not aware of the siege that is taking place right now. Because he is the first security. That means he's no longer the security chief of the state. It's as simple as that. If the governor wakes up in the morning with all their fuckery, press statement and say, that means governor is chief security of the state because in governor so important at this particular time in the history of our time. Because the governor that means he's no longer the chief security of the state. It's just as simple as that. Because she siege, the governor then there is no point being the governor of the state. It's as simple as that. So, torí pé kíni ana fe ṣe Nigeria mọ́ ìyẹn lẹ ṣe wá fẹ́ ká bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho mọ́lé ẹ fẹ́ wá ká mọ́lé àbí àtàwọn tí wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú wọn so tẹ́ bá wá ká wọn mọ́lé yẹn ẹ̀yin àwa rí àti ṣe ó ti ṣe àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ fẹ́ wá ká mọ́lé Ọlọ́run lè fún yín ṣe àwọn tó nílẹ̀ ò lè fún yín ṣe gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò ní fún yín ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tí a jẹ́ ká fi ń sọ pé Yorùbá ni wá gbogbo àwọn ọba wa tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ táwọn sọ fún yín pé ẹ sọ ṣé nísìn tó bá wá ṣẹlẹ̀ tán nísìn àwọn ọba náà ní àmọ́ kankan nípa ẹ o ẹ kúkú ti ní ká má bú wọn ká fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ orí adé ni wọ́n bò torí adé ní sí òmò kò orí adé òmò ní sí pé wàhálà ti dé àbí èmi ò kúkú ní fẹnu mi bọ́ ọba mọ́ wọn ẹ má bọ́ ọba o ẹ fà wọn ọba lẹ̀ o ọba under local government lọ́wọ́ o àní kíyàn kọ́kọ́ má pè wá it's not the time that I want to pick any call. It's not the time. I want to be on the broadcast like this. Gbogbo tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bá mi sọ kò ṣe ní wákàtí kò ṣe ní nígbà tí wọ́n bá ṣe broadcast tó yàn important báyìí àsìkò tí yàn ń pè kọ́ lélẹ̀ àsìkò tẹ́ fẹ́ pè mí kọ́ lélẹ̀ ẹni tó bá ń pè àsìkò tẹ́ máa pè kọ́ lélẹ̀ because it's important that somebody like me is on the live broadcast and continue to report what the situation is happening to you all. But trying to call, you are going to take our the broadcast away because if I pick the call, you are definitely also, disturbing, the broadcast. That was how to get, team one, and, we have the radio, we're monitoring the situation. We've been able to push them back. So we've been able to push them back as well. But our way, enough is enough. Nigeria is not working. And we are telling the international community again that Chief Sunday Igboho'S resident is currently at siege as I speak to you right now. They will come out and say, oh, my one young. So I want them to be AK-47 wá fẹ́ ká wa mọ́nú ilé ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Tẹ́ fẹ́ pé AK-47 wá bá wa mọ́nú ilé. So, but what we are saying is, the situation is still tense. We've been able to push them, back as well. We've been able to push them back. And once again, just give me a minute. All right. So, yeah, Billy.
Okay. Yeah, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ kú padà wà lórí program. God bless you. Okay.
No. Okay. Just before I bring the broadcast to an end, in just about few minutes, lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a fẹ́ kí the whole world knows that at about almost 2 hours ago, my name is KOIKI, I'm the spokesman for Chief Sunday Igboho, and just about some 2 hours ago, we picked up a signal of the security that alerted the whole unit. And the unit was alerted because of the danger from the federal government that wanted to invade Chief Sunday Igboho's house. And what we are saying to the international community, that you cannot come down to Chief Sunday Igboho's house at about 4 o'clock in the morning, either to invite him or to speak to him. This situation started just about 2 hours ago. The situation, as I speak to you, has been suppressed. It was a siege, and the whole world knows the meaning of a siege. You wanted to capture him, and if you cannot capture him, you probably want to kill him. And if you don't want to kill him, the question then is, Kilo Gbeyiwa ni almost 2 a.m. down to his residence, his private residence. This is not a government residence. It's his private residence where he has his family and the unit of those that are working with him. As I'm going to bring this broadcast to an end right now, I say once again, the situation has been brought under control by the unit. But one thing I'll say to the international community again is, just as we have come out continuously to say that the situation of Chief Sunday Igboho is something that the international community must now look into. When from the United Nations, the European Union, the African Union, and the remaining G7 and G20, that this is a man that has now become a threat to the federal government. And the federal government are ready to do anything to take him out. The federal government wants to push everything in their own evil, genius agenda to make sure that Chief Sunday Igboho refuse to speak. And what he's fighting for is the justice for his people, humanity. He cannot continue to allow his family. When I say his family, the Yorubas are his family because he's a Yoruba man. He's not from another tribe. He's a Yoruba man and he's only fighting for his people. We will release a proper statement in the morning sent to the international community. But on this note, we'd like to keep this record that at 2 a.m., almost 2 hours ago, the federal government, as you can see, that's why I came out, so that you can know that it is still at the early hours of the morning, sent down their bulldogs to try to invade us and Chief Sunday Igboho. My name is KOIKI, the spokesman for Chief Sunday Igboho. Have a very good morning. Goodbye, man. Move, okay. When you can move there, if I move, I'm a pick with you.